Indiana in the morning on WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. Our Penns Manor School segment this morning, presented by Marcus and Mack, voted best law firm and best personal injury lawyer 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online at marcusandmack.com. Elementary school principal Kristen Zeglin, high school principal Michelle Dolges with a group of students as usual. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Oh, they're all smiling over their pictures. All right. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
There you go. There you go. I knew it was in there somewhere. Yeah. Mrs. Eglin, who'd you bring us today?
Hi, Todd. Today I brought Landon Dolges and Soraya Bartriff. They are two fifth graders who, before they talk about STEM, I did want to give a special shout out because Landon was our first place winner at our spelling bee that we had, our local spelling bee, in February. Fist bump to Landon.
Nice job. Bumping it
And
up.
then Soraya won third place.
Soraya. Bumping it up.
Yeah. So I said, hey, you know what? I'll give you a special shout out for winning the spelling bee, but then also we're going to talk about some STEM opportunities that we have at the elementary school.
Nice, yeah.
Okay.
You know, I always finish second place in our spelling bees in school, always to the same girl. Lisa McClure beat me every single time.
Oh. Do you remember the words that you missed?
Cat was one of my hard ones.
The?
B was another one.
Well, I mean, I can see
Yeah.
how that would trip you up.
It's the way that it works. The way that it works.
Okay.
All right. Come on up, guys. Landon, you can pull that microphone down just a little bit if you'd like to do that. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
How are you?
Pretty good.
Wonderful. You have something prepared for us today, or?
Yeah.
Okay, who goes first?
I'm going to start out.
Okay.
And we're going to be talking about STEM.
Landon, what does STEM stand for?
Great question. STEM's an acronym meaning science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And this year, we have done some cool things, like the Weight Challenge.
What's the Weight Challenge, and why is it so cool?
The Weight Challenge is a challenge where you build Vex robotics cars, customize your car, and get ready to race. Wait, Soraya, what was the challenge?
You had to take your car and with your customization, push the Legos into a square. There were 5 pounds of Legos on a rectangular board. There were lots of unique designs from plows to walls to push the Legos.
Wow, Soraya, STEM's awesome. What other cool things did we do?
We're learning about AI.
What's AI? Is it like robots?
AI is artificial intelligence, and it's a system where computers give feedback and information like Siri and Alexa. We are currently understanding how AI learns. We are showing AI what is a fish and what is not a fish. We showed AI a picture of a fish and said it is a fish, and a picture of junk is not a fish. Then AI showed us what it learned from showing the fish and junk. But AI is not perfect. It's sometimes said a fish is junk and junk is a fish.
Wow, and Sammy learned such amazing information. I'm ready to do more.
Nice job by both of you. That was wonderful. Who wrote that? Did you guys write that yourselves?
Yeah.
You did a great job. Fantastic. And you know what I say about fish? If it swims, I don't eat it. But there you go. Landon, tell me about school this year for you. How's it been? You having fun?
It's been really cool.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying all the stuff we're doing.
Uh-huh. What are some of the favorite things you like to do?
I like to do lots of experiments in science.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's fascinating. So when you think about that and what you were just talking about AI, is it something that you had a pretty good idea of before, of what AI could do and what it's all about?
I knew what AI was, but I totally wasn't sure what it was capable of and how it exactly got all of its information.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting to figure that out, isn't it? Watch the way that it goes. How about you, Sarai? Tell me about your year today. You having fun?
Yeah, it's really fun in this year.
Yeah. What are some of the things that you like to do in school?
I like having ELA class because we get to read, and I like doing science because we get to do a bunch of cool experiments and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Takes good teachers for that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who are the teachers for the science courses?
Mr. Schneider.
Mr. Snyder, he's the guy.
Yeah.
Like him, Mr. Snyder, a lot. Cool. Hey, guys, thanks for coming in. You did a great job both on the writing and the presentation of that, too.
Thank you.
Good to have you with us here today. So there's Landon. Here comes his mom, who's not proud at all. Michelle Dolges, the principal of the high school.
Hello,
Good morning.
how are you?
I'm wonderful.
Good.
Wonderful.
we spent a lot of hours studying all those spelling words. So,
Oh, yeah. How'd you do?
we did pretty well.
Well, no, I know how he did. How
That was
did
our
you
dinner
do?
time. Every night at dinner, the spelling list
yeah?
was there, and we would quiz spelling words, and so we spent a lot of time practicing, getting ready.
Fantastic. Well, that's what you got to do. So you
Yep.
brought 3 young ladies with you. Oh, well, wait, 2 young
young
ladies,
ladies
and
and a
a young
gentleman.
man. So it was behind the microphone, so I couldn't see.
I did. So I brought Lizzie Dill and Maggie Hill and Silas Bothell, and they are in our musical. And so they're going to tell you about our Seussical musical that we have coming up at the end of March.
Beautiful, beautiful. Come on up, guys. Good to have you with us this morning. Seussical, huh? Nice. For our listeners and our viewers on Facebook, tell us who each of you are so they can help identify you.
Okay, so my name is Elizabeth Deal, and I am the Cat in the Hat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Maggie Hill, and I play Gertrude McFuzz.
You play who?
Gertrude McFuzz.
Gertrude McFuzz.
And I am Silas Bothell, and I play Jojo.
Giorgio.
Jojo.
Jojo. Jeez, these headphones of mine. Man, oh man. So tell me about Jojo. What happens with Jojo?
So Jojo, if you've watched the Dr. Seuss movie of Horton Hears a Who, Jojo is a very unsocial character. He doesn't really say much. And he's kind of like a depressed kind of type of character. However, in the Seussical version, Jojo's very happy. He's very social, loves to talk, and he actually has a wild imagination that ends up getting him into lots of trouble. And then the Cat in the Hat is his encouragement that gets him then into a lot of trouble.
So you're sort of like the anti-Jojo.
Yeah, kind of.
Having fun with it?
Oh yeah, this musical is definitely a lot of fun.
Tell me about the songs.
There's a lot going on in the songs. There's lots of rhyming, lots of repetition, and they're all very upbeat and crazy.
Yeah, well, I would guess that with Dr. Seuss that there would be some crazy rhymes going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're having fun with the songs. Now tell me about your character. What happens?
So I'm the Cat in the Hat.
I've heard of him.
Yeah. Popular guy. So the cat is kind of the narrator and an outsider. There's 2 different worlds. There's the Who's from like all of Dr. Seuss's books, and then there are the jungle creatures from Horton Hears a Who. And I kind of go between both of them and start a bunch of trouble for all of them.
Tell me about moving like a cat. Yeah, you don't move around like a normal person, do you?
Well, the cat walks, so I do walk, but I have the huge hat on, so I'm like 2 feet taller than usual.
You preen a little bit as a cat?
I definitely stalk around and kind of just watch all of the chaos unfold.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you do little cat sounds too?
No.
No, there's no cat sounds here, but a cool hat.
Yes.
Well then there's that. There's that. Is this with the pit or it is?
Yes.
You've got a pit going on?
Yes, we have an amazing pit.
Yeah. And the show is when?
The show is March 28th, right, at 7 o'clock, and then we have 2 shows on the 29th, one at 2 o'clock and one at 7 o'clock.
All right. So you have to tell me about your character. What's the name of this character again?
Gertrude McFuzz.
Gertrude
She is
McFuzz.
a bird in the jungle. She is in love with Horton. That is her biggest thing, but Horton doesn't really notice her. And she gets very upset because she thinks it's about her. She only has a 1-feathered tail. So she thinks it's because she has a 1-feathered tail that he doesn't notice her.
Oh.
So the cat kind of adds to the trouble of her wanting to grow a longer tail, and it just unfolds and creates chaos with her and Horton, and just, it's crazy.
So she's on a quest for plumage is what we're
Yes,
saying?
basically. Yes, she ends up taking, they call them pills to grow her tail. Yeah, and it's a fun scene, that scene. I have a little tail, and then during that scene, she gets to switch it to my big tail, and then it's like a big reveal, kind of, that I have a big tail, and it's so much fun.
Nice. So I'm guessing, because it is Dr. Seuss, that the costuming must be fascinating.
They're
huh?
so much fun. It's so colorful.
Yeah. Have you done dress yet?
Yes.
Yes.
We have.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Sometimes that is, a bit of a challenge because all of a sudden you find out, well, geez, moving around in my sweatpants and sweatshirt, that was a lot easier than in costume. I have to be careful here. How is it for, you said Gertrude? How is it for Gertrude?
She has feathers, so the biggest concern is me losing feathers sometimes with costumes. And then my tail, it's weird because one weighs more than the other because it's longer. So it's a difference of trying to maneuver around in the other tail.
And the songs are wonderful too.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you all get solos during this?
Yes.
You all do?
Yes.
Oh,
We
cool.
are 3 out of the 4 leads. The other lead, Horton, couldn't be with us here today, but he's played by Charlie Bertolino. Yeah.
Nice.
We have a lot of fun.
I bet you. It just sounds like it's a blast. So how long have you been in rehearsals?
Since beginning of January.
Beginning of January? Are these the roles that when you began, you said that's what I want to play? Or did it just come to you generically?
For the most part, we tried to figure it out beforehand. And I think we all got the roles we auditioned for.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What about you and your role? I want to learn more about assuming this role in a Dr. Seuss play.
So Jojo, I said Jojo kind of has a wild imagination, which plays a lot into the mass chaos that Cat actually creates, and then he ends up usually getting in trouble a lot, which then goes into the plot of the whole musical. But then Jojo also kind of bounces back and forth. He plays a role in listening to Horton between the two worlds, and then he actually kind of resolves the whole musical at the end.
Yeah.
So he ends up being the hero. Actually.
There you go. Well, why not? Well, it sounds like so much fun. Give me show times again.
March 28th at 7 p.m. and March 29th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and 7 o'clock in the evening.
Okay. And ticket information?
$7 at the door.
$7 at the door. Wonderful. It sounds like a great time. You're all having a good time with it too. Nice. Very good. Hey, thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
Mrs. Dolges, Mrs. Zeglin, thank you both as well for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
It is our pleasure. And there you go. There go the Comets, and we'll see where they play. I was just looking at the PIAA sheet, and it's not up yet. The matchup is up, but the site and time is not up just yet. But we'll watch that. As soon as we learn the information, we'll have it on the news. It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. Fox News is next at the top of the hour, and then Jake is back with us from the WCCS newsroom.